Really, guys, if you're large and in charge, or you eat a ton of foods, or you have central sleep apnea, which is caused by some obstruction on your central nervous system, again, get it diagnosed, get it prescribed. It will literally save your life and improve the quality of your life tremendously. Vigorous Steve here. Welcome to part 3 of the Deep Sleep Deep Dive video series. In this part, we're going to discuss the products and tools to help you fall asleep faster, reduce the onset of sleep, keep you asleep longer, improve the quality of your sleep, and also make you wake up feeling super refreshed and not wake up with this pesky alarm clock that you're going to press the snooze button of multiple times before you actually wake up and then kind of crawl towards your cup of coffee to get the day started. So in this video, I want to discuss products and tools that can help you. You have to make some significant investments because a mattress and a CPAP machine and everything else that we're going to discuss, it's not going to be cheap. So the over-the-counter supplements and the medications might actually be a cheaper route, but these are actually going to be the ones that improve the overall sleep quality, especially if you have several of the sleep disorders, which we're going to highlight. Before we get into it, please like the video, leave a comment for the algorithm, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by joining the Patreon memberships or YouTube memberships, where you can vote for upcoming deep dives, or join the weekly Vigorous Q&A, which is always on Saturday, where you don't have to ask anything regarding the improvement of overall sleep quality, because now there's already 3 parts in this video series, and there's even one more on the way. Okay, we're not going to go super in-depth with these products and tools. I'm just going to highlight them. There's several different videos on my YouTube channel, which I'll mention when it's applicable, which go a little bit more in depth. So let's just get started with the APAP or the CPAP machine, which is literally life-saving. Now, if you don't know if you suffer from sleep apnea, again, I made a dedicated video about that. You can watch it here, where I go over how to self-diagnose using basically your webcam on your laptop and just scrolling through the timeline to kind of see where you're snoring loudly or waking up gasping for air based on the audio recording. And then you watch the webcam back and see how you basically respond. You can take this footage to your doctor and then actually do a proper sleep study to get an APAP and CPAP machine prescribed. Again, you know, sometimes the medical community isn't there forthcoming. You might have to wait 4 months, 6 months, even 1 year before you're allowed to do a sleep study. They magically hope that it's going to go away. You know, I'll go lose some weight. And if you can't get it on prescription because you're preventative, not reactive, like all of those prescribing physicians are, then you're going to have to source these APAP or CPAP machines somewhere online. If I have a link for you, I'll link it down below. And otherwise, well, do your due diligence. There's always a source, depending on the country where you are, where you can buy secondhand, previously prescribed APAP or CPAP machines. Really, guys, if you're large and in charge, or you eat a ton of foods, or you have central sleep apnea, which is caused by some obstruction on your central nervous system, again, get it diagnosed, get it prescribed. It will literally save your life and improve the quality of your life tremendously while you're still alive. It's a no-brainer. Luckily for me, I don't suffer from sleep apnea in any way, shape, or form. Even if I eat 6,500 calories and I weigh 120 kilos, I still don't snore, but that's luckily for me. It might not be you. So if your partner is telling you, bro, I can't sleep, or dude, I can't sleep, baby, I can't sleep because you're snoring like a crazy person and you're waking up gasping for air, again, do that sleep study. It will literally save your life. The second thing you should invest in, and this is one of the best purchases I ever made in my life, besides the cats in this house, is a mattress. A mattress, a quality mattress, and there's a million different brands of them, and I'm not being sponsored by any of these mattress companies, so you're going to have to do your own research. I bought one here at an outlet store. Normally, these mattresses, or the mattress that I bought, is approximately $3,000, but I got it for a bargain at $1,200 because it was, a previous model that it's going to be replaced. Sometimes they have show models you can get on a discount, but if you go with a mattress that's mad expensive, but somehow you can get it on a discount, man, the quality of sleep that you get out of it, tremendous. And maybe what you can do is sample all of these mattresses for real. You go to a couple high quality hotels, maybe 4-star, 5-star hotels, and you put the money, maybe $100, $200, to sample a mattress and then, lift up the cover and look for the brand or the product line or the serial number so you can purchase the exact same mattress, which is what I did. I went to the Hilton and the Intercontinental. I slept like an absolute baby, and I just looked underneath the covers to see what the mattress brand was. And then I found something comparable at an outlet store for a huge freaking discount. These two things alone will substantially improve your sleep quality. And then the third thing you can look into are blinding curtains. Again, waking up to the sun coming up according to your circadian rhythm, that's highly beneficial. But blinding curtains to keep out all of the light pollution and perhaps prevent from some of the heat radiating inwards by reflecting it outside. You have double-sided blackout curtains. The inside part is usually dark, either black or brown or darker color of red. You can find these in the high-end hotels in Dubai or Thailand, for example, or another place where it's really, really hot. The inside is dark, but the outside that reflects the heat outwards, that's probably a silver color, highly reflective. And if the windows are tinted, then that's even better. So this way, the temperature of the room stays nicely balanced, especially if you have air conditioning. Don't worry, we'll get to that. But the darkness of the room stays sustained. This keeps the light pollution outside. So if you live next to a road with a lot of cars whizzing by, or there's street lights or neon lights, even worse, or the worst thing known to man is living next to a football stadium with those spotlights shining everywhere, a blackout curtain will also save your life. And if you can't afford that, just start with one of those masks, use that for a month or 2 or 3. You can literally buy those for as little as $2 online. And that way you can see if you want to invest into a two-sided blackout curtain that can radiate the heat outwards. And ideally, you get a blackout curtain that's electric, so it opens up sometime in the morning when the sun is coming up, so you can wake up naturally as the sun is rising according to your circadian rhythm. This way, you slowly get accustomed to the increase in light, and that way your cortisol levels don't shoot up, especially if you wake up based on your alarm clock or something else that is happening around the house. Right? You slowly but steadily wake up as the sun is coming up. For this, you need electric rails on your blackout curtain, which is, again, going to add to the costs. But if you want to, they have lamps for this as well, which simulate how the sun is coming up. Can even play some sort of audio tunes, like the ocean, for example, or some birds singing, their usual wake-up songs. These are also very beneficial. They're quite cheap. They might be $50 or $75, depending on the model that you're going after, with various features. They're called sunrise stimulating alarm clocks. I'll link the one down below that I used to have. Unfortunately, it didn't survive a couple of years in my bedroom due to various reasons of kicking stuff over while you're getting busy. So, right, I don't expect the world out of this, but still, if you're, sleeping outside of your circadian rhythm and you're using these blinder curtains, then this can simulate the sun from coming up. But ideally, you keep the curtains open, or you use one of those electric rails to allow the curtains to open so you can wake up based on the sun coming up. A freebie, almost, literally $1, is just cheap earplugs. I use them every night, but I only use one side because I sleep on the other side. And I don't like these earplugs stuck in my ear when I'm sleeping on the pillow. So I just put one side, and when I flip sides, automatically I switch the earplugs as well. And this way you make your 2 earplugs last even longer because you're only using one per time. I don't like this feeling of the earplug pressing into my head when I'm sleeping on my side, and I always sleep on my side. Maybe that's why I don't snore. I literally can't sleep on my back. This is why it's very hard to travel by airplane or by sleeper bus or by sleeper train. Sleeper train usually works because you can sleep on your side, but a sleeper bus or sleeping in the airplane, forget about it. Even if I use 2 earplugs and some mask on my eyes, I barely ever sleep unless I use some of the medications which I discussed in the previous video. Again, earplugs are the cheapest option. You can bring them everywhere. You can find them everywhere. They're usually found in a pharmacy or even at the airport, marked up, obviously, because you literally have nowhere else to go. So buy them beforehand. Earplugs, lifesaver.